Hey, what's up, you guys? Coach Joey coming in. It's Friday morning. I just got here at the gym and I wanted to come in with a message for the day. Sorry, I'm recording this from my phone, so I'll try to keep it all on the screen. But what I want to talk about today is staying motivated. Whether it be in the gym, whether it be some other things that you have going on in life, but finding ways to talk yourself into staying motivated. So one of the big things in the gym is people start. They'll get on track, they'll come into the gym, they'll usually tighten up everything on their nutrition, they'll be really consistent with their training, and then it's pretty common that around that 6 or 8 week mark, you'll start to see people lose some of that motivation. And when I talk to people about it, one of the big things that they talk about is they're not seeing the results that they were expecting, or they're not seeing the results that they would like to see. So that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. So next time you guys are having a hard time staying motivated, think about this and it'll help keep you on track. So one of the big misconceptions with progress is essentially that as we're working on this, and if you could look at time down here on the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see that, and then progress up here at the top. People have this thought in their head that over time, their progress will keep improving and improving and improving and kind of make this straight line. Even to the point, one of the biggest common phrases in CrossFit is always better than yesterday. And even though I think that's a great message, that's not exactly how it works. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. So if we talk about what we've learned, progress over time and continually growing up into that phrase. So a lot of people get discouraged if they come to the gym, maybe they PR a deadlift and then 3 weeks later they can't pick up the same weight. We're on a squat cycle right now and maybe 1 week feels a lot heavier than the other, and one of the common questions that I get is, Joey, how come it feels so much heavier today, or whatever the case is. So even though our goal is to gain progress over time, it works a little bit different than that. And this is what's going to separate you from just an average person when it comes to creating success in your life. So if we have that same graph and we have progress and then we have time, the wave or the pattern is going to be a little bit more linear in real life when we think about this. So you're going to start off and stuff's going to remain consistent, and then you're going to have a little bit of a spike and then maybe a drop, remain consistent, a little bit of a spike and then a drop, a little bit of consistency, a spike and then a drop, some consistency, a spike and then a drop, and then consistency. Now, if you could look at this graph, it might be hard to see. My line started down here, and then I have in these areas here what a lot of people refer to is the plateau. So we have one here, sorry if you guys can't see that, one here, one here, one here. Those marks, your perseverance and your willingness to stick with it and keep working, this is where the difference is going to be made of going from one level to the next level. Whether we're in the gym, an analogy to look at this is your job or your career. Let's say you work for a company. The old graph is an example of if you went to work day one, and then the next day you got a promotion, and 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 the next day you got a promotion. It doesn't really work like that. Neither does your fitness, neither does nutrition, neither does relationships, finances. Nothing really works like that. You have to get to these points of plateau, and you have to stay persistent, and you have to continue to put in the work. And you can't measure today versus yesterday. You need to measure today versus 3 months ago, today versus 6 months ago, today versus a year ago. And you have to be willing to stay diligent in your practice through these plateaus, because there's a good chance you're not going to have any improvement. You're going to be busting your butt, and you're not going to have any improvement in these areas where everything kind of plateaus and flattens out. But if you're persistent and you stick with it, remember, consistent efforts will always yield results. So stick with it. If you're having a hard time in the gym, if you feel like you're not having any gains, if you feel like you're not losing the weight you want to use, or the body composition that you have isn't going in the direction that you want it to go in, keep working at it and it will happen. That's the way it works. There's no other way around it. You stay diligent, you go after it, you grind it out in these times of plateaus, and you will eventually have success. We start down here, but we're slowly working our way up. All right, you guys, this is a good message. I hope you guys watch this video. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you guys want to come check the gym out, we're at CrossFit Ocala, 352-694-3333. For anybody that I work with, my high-level athletes when it comes to competing, anybody doing the remote nutrition consulting, anybody who's coming to regular classes with specific fitness goals, please, please, please remember this concept, all right? You will be successful. You will be. Persistence will always pay off. There's no way around it. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day.